Today, we're going to explore why Darth Maul lost to the Jedi Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi. We see the incredible battle between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Maul taking place on Naboo, with Obi-Wan full of rage, anger and hate as his master Qui-Gon Jinn had just been struck down by the brutal Sith apprentice Darth Maul. Full of pain, suffering and rage, Obi-Wan charges at Darth Maul, sprinting almost recklessly towards his opponent, swinging his lightsaber back and forth, contrasting against the composed and defensive stance usually adopted by the young Jedi. Maul takes advantage of Obi-Wan's distraction and force pushes him into the reactor shaft. Fortunately, he manages to cling onto a protruding light where he hangs on for his dear life. Maul stands over him with a scowling smile across his face, for he knows that he is victorious. Maul begins to taunt the helpless young Jedi by smashing his lightsaber back and forth, showering with hot sparks and tiny shards of metal. Surely nothing can go wrong for Maul now. Obi-Wan Kenobi was a Padawan who had been trained and mentored by Master Qui-Gon Jinn, an individual who was well respected yet seen as somewhat of a rogue in the eyes of the Council. Qui-Gon Jinn was as good as a father to Obi-Wan and had trained him well. Obi-Wan was highly intelligent and powerful in the Force. Obi-Wan's preferred lightsaber form was Form 3, or Surisu. Surisu was known as a defensive form and focused on a strong defensive technique, essentially outlasting your opponent, waiting for them to make mistakes due to frustration or fatigue before taking advantage of these lapses and allowing the user to counter. Obi-Wan only became a master of this form during the Clone Wars, and at this stage would not have been considered to be ready to face a Sith in head-to-head combat. Darth Maul, on the other hand, was the young Sith apprentice of Darth Sidious. Aggressive and cruel, Maul was an expert in the use of the seventh and last lightsaber form, Duel. Duel was seen as the most vicious lightsaber form and focused on drawing the user's own internal emotions to gain dominance over their opponent. When combined with Maul's acrobatic prowess, this led to a spectacular and terrifying display of fury and savagery. Maul was groomed, trained and essentially created for one purpose only: assassinating Jedi, capable of taking out even the most powerful of Jedi Masters, as we saw in the case of Qui-Gon Jinn. In the very beginning of the duel against Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, Maul controlled the fight, moving between both master and apprentice and showing his class against Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was clearly under pressure, even almost striking his master accidentally. Maul's speed and acrobatic ability took both of the Jedi by surprise and immediately had them on the back foot. Maul bests Obi-Wan on several occasions, kicking him in the face and instantly parrying attack after attack from both the master and the apprentice. High up on the platforms, Maul once again kicks Obi-Wan in the face, leading him to plummet down several stories and almost costing him his life. Now separated from his master and the Sith, Obi-Wan must try to catch up with the fight above. Jumping up with all of his might and sprinting along the platform as fast as he can, the three fighters are separated from each other by blast doors. As the doors open, Obi-Wan sprints along this corridor, but is not quick enough and once again is cut off from the fight. Obi-Wan is forced to watch helplessly as Darth Maul parries Qui-Gon before fatally stabbing him through the chest. With anger and rage, Obi-Wan charges the Sith, forgetting all aspects of his defensive form, landing blow after blow against the Sith's double-bladed lightsaber. The aggression takes the Sith by surprise, and Obi-Wan manages to cut his lightsaber in half. Maul takes advantage of the distraction and pushes Obi-Wan down the reactor shaft, where he clings on for dear life. In this moment, Maul's youth and greed gets the better of him. Believing that he has won, he slashes his lightsaber back and forth, taunting his opponent, letting his concentration slip. Consumed by arrogance, hatred and adrenaline, he becomes tunnel-visioned. All that he can think about are the awards that await when he tells his master that he has defeated the two Jedi. Obi-Wan uses this opportunity to reconnect with the Force and remember that all he has learned during his training. Sensing Qui-Gon's fading life, he can feel his master's lightsaber lying by his side. He uses the Force to catapult himself out of the shaft, somersaulting behind Maul and drawing Qui-Gon's lightsaber into his outstretched hand, cutting the Sith Lord in half. Maul, not understanding what has just happened, falls back into the reactor shaft. As we can see, it wasn't that Maul was less powerful than Obi-Wan. In fact, he was significantly more skilled in the ways of both the Force and the lightsaber. He managed to hold his own against two Jedi simultaneously, before killing a powerful Jedi Master and then bettering the Padawan. Becoming consumed by greed and arrogance, he let his guard down and didn't finish off the stricken Obi-Wan when he had the opportunity. Losing focus, his reactions were too slow, leading to his ultimate defeat. Thanks all for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit like, please hit follow, please hit subscribe, and watch all of my other videos for more Star Wars lore from Star Wars Noob.